Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Jupiter, Florida, looking at this gorgeous piece of real estate for sale on the market as we speak. And I want to give a huge thank you to the listing agents, Milla and Andrew Russo, with the Russo Group for allowing us to tour their beautiful listing. I'll make sure to leave all of the information in the description below. Now, starting on the exterior, the first thing that certainly is apparent is that we do have the coastal farmhouse. In fact, this is the very first time we've seen this particular style out here in Florida thus far. Now, you are going to have the beautiful concrete stucco as well on the exterior. Then you're going to have the metal roof. And this one is situated on over 2 acres. So if it's something where you want some elbow room between the neighbors and you just want a little bit of space, especially now in 2025, this is going to be the perfect property for you. Now, what's also amazing is that you are going to have the roundabout driveway in the front. That just shows you how much space you have. And then I'll turn you around so that way you can get a better grasp of the front yard. Now, as we walk over here, you are going to see the length, right? And that's what's cool. So, of course, this is a 1-story home, but you are going to have the raised ceilings and the high ceilings in the great room. We'll get to that a little bit later on, and it just gives that roomier feel. Now, if it's something where you want to go ahead and have some space, but still, have a decent proximity to the beach and you still get the Florida vibes, this is what you're going to want. In fact, I'm seeing a lot of people actually moving out, even out here in Florida. They're going out a little bit further from the city just to be able to take advantage of the more room that you get. Now, this is going to be your covered front porch. So generously sized. You are going to have the 12498 right there, just kind of giving it that staple walking into the property. Now the sliders, the doors, and the windows are going to be hurricane impact resistant. So I already know what you're thinking. Well, yeah, Florida would be fantastic, but what about the weather? So they've already thought about that in advance, so you don't have to worry about it. And what you see is what you get. So right over here to the left is going to be your powder bath. What a great place to add that, right? But first, you are going to have your foyer, right? So you're going to have 11 foot 4 inches as far as the ceiling height is concerned. And then you go here, you're going to have your floating vanity, your shiplap accent, and then the crown molding up there. So perfect proximity for your first half bath. You're going to have a total of 2, and we'll get to the second one a little bit later on. All right, so I'm going to do a full pan, and then I'm going to pan you up so you can see the ceiling. So now you're going to have 20-foot ceilings, vaulted, and the exposed beam trusses. The trusses are going to start in the kitchen and end all the way in the great room. So I love that fact. It just really sets the tone in here. It gives it that cathedral look. Wow. So inside of here, you're gonna have the 10-foot sliders as well. And like I mentioned earlier, they are hurricane impact resistant. And then I'll do a full pan right here so you can see the great room. Love that. So now you're gonna have the clear story windows on top, bringing in a ton of natural light. Straight ahead, that is gonna be our den. And over here to the right is our primary suite. We'll get to that a little bit later on. What I wanna take you to is, of course, the kitchen. Look at this. Can you imagine being in here 20%, 30% of the day? You wouldn't wanna leave. Okay, now you are gonna have the custom cabinet doors surrounding this island right here. Look at this. Now you're gonna have these stacked cabinets. You already see the accent lighting inside with the frosted glass panes. You have 2 sinks, one overlooking your backyard retreat, and then of course the additional one right here in the island. Now, as far as the counters right here in the island, you are gonna have the walnut butcher's block top and then the quartz countertops on the right hand side. You are going to have top of the line appliances. So you're going to see that throughout the home. And then look at that. We have a pot filler. Based on my experience, when I see that a home has a pot filler, the rest of the house honestly speaks for itself. Look at this. Okay, so you got your trash drawer right here. Okay, then you already got your built-in microwave, your ice maker right there, an 8 burner range, again right here. Beautiful custom range hood. Look at that. Then you have the shaker cabinets with the black hardware. This is gonna be soft close. So you're gonna have the soft close mechanism on all the doors. Then you have the paneled refrigerator. Oh my goodness. So first and foremost, before we continue, imagine doing dishes right here. Of course, you have all your furniture. And then also this is vacant, right? It's not staged. And that just means you can move in that much sooner. So if you're doing dishes right there, and then you have this nice picture window overlooking your covered lanai, your summer kitchen straight ahead, right around the corner. We'll get to that a little bit later on. And then if you want to just open these up, slide that open, then you have that indoor outdoor feel, feeling that gentle breeze. All right. So love the paneled refrigerator, but look how oversized this is. Of course, I walked through the property before touring it, so I've seen a little bit, but look at this. Look at the amount of space that you have inside of here. Love what I'm seeing. So that is just the refrigeration, right? And then as far as the freezer is concerned, you have 4 drawers all right here. On this side, and of course this side as well. So plenty of space to take advantage of. And then what's interesting about this particular home is that we've been in other properties that it didn't even have a walk-in pantry. Just the amount of pantry or cabinet storage that you had took its place. But in this instance, we have a full walk-in pantry with our built-in shelving. Plenty of space, your picture window straight ahead right there. All the racks that you would need to store all of your dry goods. Love it. Okay, so you are gonna have 3 additional pendant lights hanging from the truss right there. As you can see, you got clear story windows on this side again, but let's go ahead and continue this way and then we'll make our way back there. So you have this neat little coffee station that you can take advantage of. Some additional storage. Look at that, and that's gonna continue all the way to the ceiling, as you can see. Okay, so now heading right here, this on the floor plan is the study. Now, let me know in the comments what you would use this particular room for if it's not the study. Me personally, I think it would be a cool media room. There's no windows. You got the double doors right over here. So really just depends, but this will be the study. This can easily act as the 5th bedroom if you wanted to. And then you're gonna see the den has a nice little closet, so you can take advantage of that a little bit later on in the tour. We'll see that in just a second, but let me get you across the hall to take a look at this room. All right, so this is gonna be our 1st bedroom. You got your built-in shaker cabinets already, your built-in desk as well. Got that nice size window, bringing in all the natural light. And here, a queen size bedroom set would fit perfectly. You are gonna have the crown molding and some recessed lights in here. And look at this. Okay. So you are gonna have an ensuite, as you can see. So that's gonna act as if it was the closet. So all the built-ins, as far as the drawers are concerned, that would be your closet in this instant. But you do have your sconce inside the mirror, and then your full walk-in shower. No, I know I've said this before, but if you have not used a waterfall shower head, I'm telling you, invest in that. You will never look back. And of course, if you have the shower wand, that's just the icing on the cake. Okay, so you're gonna have the tall baseboards, the outlets inside of the baseboards to give more of that discreet look. All right, now continuing down the hallway right here, look at this utility room. Oh my goodness. Plenty of space. Now you can see right here, this will be where your second refrigerator could go, right? But just a ton of space that you have available. Look at the counters. You got your built-in sink, all that custom cabinetry that continues all the way to the ceiling, and then your custom drawers right down here. You can have as many loads as you need going at all times. You won't ever have any dirty clothes. Before we continue, let's go ahead and open up some of these for you. I understand how it gets. You just want to get a better grasp of the cabinetry. Okay, so we're going to continue down this way first and foremost. So this would be coming in from your 3-car garage, right? So more of like a open mud area, something of that nature. What's unique about this, you see the herringbone pattern brick flooring that we got, continuing all the way to the garage door. Then you got some built-in cabinetry, some drawers down here, your bench, all along here. Then you got a quick access door right here to the side if you didn't want to use that roundabout driveway. And then very generously sized 3-car garage. Wow. Love the space that you have in here. Now, what's also cool, we'll get up those stairs right now, but you got the picture windows all along here, bringing in all that natural light, right? So up here, you have like a little loft. So if you wanted to use this, let's say for instance, maybe a home gym, or really make it anything you want to, maybe a children's retreat, you can do whatever you need to in this particular room. See, it's unfinished, but the possibilities are certainly endless. All right. So let's get you back downstairs. That's cool about this particular home right there. I mean, gosh, I'd love to hear your thoughts, what you would use that room for. And like I said, I mean, really the possibilities are truly endless. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. So this would be as if you're, you just came home, walking in, hopefully the food is ready for you. Unless you like cooking, then that's a different story. All right, so next bedroom here. So this one, you see that you do have your built-ins, right? You got the crown molding, but in addition to the built-in desk and the built-in drawers and cabinetry, you are gonna have a walk-in closet right there. So in here, I almost can bet and guarantee you that you'll be able to fit that king-size bed without any issues whatsoever. You still have a ton of walk room to work with. Then walking into your walk-in closet, look at this. You got your built-in shoe rack, some additional racks on the right and left side. And of course your ensuite right here. Look at this. You got the white shaker cabinets with the black hardware sconce inside the mirror. And look at this. Like a stacked stone looking material on the shower surround, discreet drain down there, and my favorite, that waterfall shower head. Okay, now coming down the hallway, let's start right over here to the left. I want to show you this. So this is the game room. You can use this as a club room, but this is going to have that access to the outdoor kitchen. But on top of that, you got your wine fridge over there to the left. You can fit approximately 120 bottles in that one. You got the custom cabinetry that we've been seeing throughout the property with the cabinet crowns, crown molding. And of course, it has like just your little wet bar that you can take advantage of with your ice maker. I'll give you a sneak peek. Look at that. And like I always mention, what you see is what you get. It's not one of those things where you need to be, or at least, build it from scratch or anything like that. This one is for sale. So take advantage if you like it. All right. So now coming to the next bedroom, look at this. Similar size as the last one we had just seen. Now, let me know what you think about the built-in desk in all of the rooms. Do you like that? I always like to hear your thoughts. Of course, let me open up this for you right here. So you can see you got your rack in there, and every single one is going to be similar in nature. So you can see how this could, be used in lieu of the walk-in closet, especially on both sides, and even the upper cabinetry. So maybe the mother-in-law can be in that one, let's say. Unless you want her to stay a little bit longer, then she can obviously get one of these with the walk-in closet. Okay, so this is gonna be your shared bathroom. You are gonna have a pocket door right here separating the two, and then of course your other door going into your bedroom. But similar materials as we've seen in some of these other walk-in, or full bathrooms rather. But in here, you're gonna have the porcelain tile shower surround, your oversized waterfall shower head there, and the discreet drain. Okay, so we've seen this wing of the house, right? Now, I know you've been waiting for that primary suite. We'll get that in a second. But before I do, I want to show you the den first and foremost. Now, I didn't show you the front door, I don't believe. So nice minimalist look rather. So in here, this is the den, like I said. So you're gonna have the 11 foot 4 inches as far as the ceiling height is concerned inside of here. As well, recessed lights. Got your double doors, plenty of room. So honestly, if you wanted to use this as a study, that other room that was technically the study as a media, you can do that as well. And if you wanted to use this as, let's say, a 5th bedroom, just add some racks in there, that'll be no issue at all. I mean, quite frankly, if you own the house, you can do what you please. I talk about that all the time. All right. Now, love this. Soon as you walk in here, you got your mirror right there in case you want to see yourself. A little quick glimpse. You got your shaker cabinets in here. Look at this. And I believe, yep. So this will be frameless cabinetry. And then let's take a look here. Okay. So now you are going to have your French doors leading out there to your backyard, but look how much room you have available. Look at this. So you're going to have the 11 foot 4 inches, and then to the top looks more like 12 and a half, give or take. But plenty of space for a king bedroom set without a doubt. And then you're going to have the his and hers closets with the double sliding doors. So this will be your first closet right here. Plenty of shelving space available, as well as the drawers, all soft closing again. Then you got your shoe rack straight ahead right there. Wow. And both of the closets are very generously spaced. And then you got your kids' closet right here. So a ton of racks, a ton of room, a ton of shelves and drawers. Very practical. Okay, now look at this spa-like retreat that we have here. Plenty of space. You got your freestanding soaker tub, dual vanities. You got your designated cosmetic area straight ahead right there. You got 3 additional mirrors, beautiful modern sconce. Man, what more could you ask for? Beautiful. So, of course, you would just go ahead and have some shutters, or not some shutters, but, some blinds right there that you could take advantage of, so you don't have to worry about any peeping Toms. I got that in the comments sometime before. But you are going to have your shower bench. Love that. Herringbone shower flooring right down here. You got your shower head right there, and look at this massive rain shower head right here. Look at this. Recessed lights, sleek drain, beautiful details in the shower surround, and your shower wand. Love it. And then, of course, you got your water closet right there. And let me give you one more peek before we head to the backyard. Wow, loving it. Okay. And look at this. I'm telling you, those vaulted ceilings, oh my goodness. Now we're gonna head out there to our covered lanai. We'll see our summer kitchen and our saltwater pool and spa. Already built in, so very spacious out here. You can have your outdoor television right here. But look at the amount of room that you have. I mean, the patio space, you can have 40, 50 people out here comfortably. Now, I did mention that those are sliders right there. So you see that you have a nice little bar area. You put some stools right there, and you're only a few feet away from your favorite drink. Now, heading out here, you see that there's plenty of doors, so plenty of access to your backyard. Then you see this area is fenced, and you still have some additional space back there. And like I mentioned, over 2 acres, so you're gonna see that throughout. Now, look at this. You got your built-in sink, a beverage fridge right here, and your built-in grill ready to go. And you can tell this was newly fenced as well. Man, they did a fantastic job. And then last but not least, of course, is the back of the property. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home tour right here in Jupiter, Florida. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this particular home. Is this something you can see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? If so, please let me know in the comments below. Of course, if you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.